Today on OC News, the latest in the death of a CSUN student, police are seeking the death penalty for the accused. If you want to vote in the November election and you are not registered, you better hurry. Voting registration ends at midnight tonight.
And temps are getting cooler, at least at night. We'll have a complete weather forecast, sports, entertainment, and the latest in fall fashion. OC News starts right now.
Hello, welcome to OC News. I'm Joseph Anderson.
And I'm Will LaValle. Capital murder charges are filed against a Long Beach man accused of killing a CSUN student that clears the way for prosecutors to seek the death penalty.
Abdullah Al-Qadi, a 23-year-old CSUN student, after responding to Al-Qadi's post on Craigslist. Fernandez was charged with one count of murder with the special circumstance of the murder during a robbery and murder during a carjacking. The defendant allegedly used a knife, according to the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office.
Al-Qadi and Fernandez met through Craigslist after Al-Qadi posted his Audi for sale. According to the prosecutor, Fernandez allegedly killed Al-Qadi in an attempt to keep the car and the money, and dispose of his body alongside the 10 freeway in Palm Desert. Chief Begg said during the press conference, quote the message, that you have to beware when you're using online internet sites, when you're selling anything opportunities or for sales, or also let unwanted people into your lives.
Los Angeles police on Sunday announced 2 arrests in the case, and Beck said the second person was under investigation but released from custody. Attention new voters, you have just under 7 hours left to register to make a difference. There are 15 days left before the November 4th election, and today is the last day to sign up for new voters in California. About 17.6 million people are registered to vote in California. That's just under 73% of the nearly 24.3 million who are eligible, according to data released by the Secretary of State's office. Voter registration is typically down when there is no presidential contest, but technology has made registering to vote more convenient. It can be done online through the Secretary of State's website at registertovote.ca.gov or through the website of a resident's home county. For those who prefer paper applications, they are available at public libraries, post offices, departments of motor vehicles offices, and many other state government sites. On the November 4th ballot are all of California's statewide offices and 6 ballot measures, including a $7.5 billion bond proposal to pay for an update of the state's massive water system. Up and down the state, dozens of school and community college districts are hoping to pass campus improvement bonds.
Cal State Fullerton has begun construction on a 3rd tower in the central plant. The tower will improve capabilities of cooling systems and increase the speed at which buildings can be cooled down, according to Cal State Fullerton officials. The project allows Cal State Fullerton to take advantage of incentives and credits available because of its energy conservation. 2 existing towers are at the plant already, store hot and cold water to be used by the 20 million trigeneration plant, known as Trigen. That was built in 2010. The campus creates about half the energy it uses using solar panels and a 4.4 megawatt natural gas powered turbine. Trigen operates cleaner than the coal-burning plant that preceded it. By reducing its dependency on the state's power grid, Cal State Fullerton will reduce its negative impact on the environment. The $2 million project is being funded by the Cal State Fullerton utilities budget and is expected to be completed by the 2015 spring semester.
Living in California, we all know the big one is coming, but are you prepared for the next earthquake? Cal State Fullerton participated in California's Great Shakeout exercise on Wednesday. Students, staff, and faculty got a very realistic earthquake experience. Here's Alyssa Flores with more.
Drop, cover, and hold on. It's time for California's annual Great Shakeout. The annual statewide exercise began in 2008 and is designed to educate the public on how to protect themselves when an earthquake strikes.
Just getting that old gym bag, throwing some things in it, a pair of tennis shoes, some water, maybe a little first aid kit. The things starting your kit is what really is going to make the difference, because then you just build on it.
Today, CSUF is kicking off the event with a quake cottage located in the Central Quad. Anyone on campus can climb aboard and experience an 8.0 magnitude earthquake simulation.
Roller coaster ride,
a
like
really
how Ghost Rider feels.
roller coaster ride.
Like
more intense. That was, oh my gosh, yeah, that was, I would not want to experience that.
I got a chance to try the quake cottage myself.
Well, I sure hope I'll never have to experience a real earthquake that big, but if you didn't get to come out and experience the Quake Cottage for yourself, you can still learn more about earthquake readiness and procedures on and off campus at prepare.fullerton.edu. For OC News, Alyssa Flores.
The annual Halloween Haunted Garden that takes place at the Fullerton Arboretum will not take place this year due to lack of money and volunteers. The event has gone on since 2003 and has allowed guests to tour the Arboretum after it had been transformed into a dark haunt with werewolves, zombies, vampires, played by volunteers. The Arboretum's director, Greg Diamond, said, "We need money to open the gate every morning and water all the plants. We can't afford to do things where we're giving away money and losing money." The Arboretum is supported by the nonprofit group Friends of the Fullerton Arboretum, who organizes workshops, gift shop sales, and fundraising events such as the Haunted Garden, but unfortunately they were unable to get enough volunteers for this year's event. Previous years have called for 100 volunteers who would dress up, give tours, decorate, and clean up the haunt.
There were zombies, superheroes, and ghosts that invaded the Cal State Fullerton campus on Sunday for the Halloween-themed Costume Dash Fun Run, which benefits the Student Recreation Center. Students, alumni, and local community members dressed in a variety of costumes as they took the 5K course, which took them through the CSUF campus. A pre-race costume contest took place, and all participants left with a medal around their necks. The event was put on by Associated Students Incorporated and included a DJ, live band, and food in addition to the run.
Another U.S. strike against ISIS in Indonesia swears in a new president. Here's Alyssa Flores with more in World News.
Thanks, guys. Today's World News takes us to the Middle East, where the U.S. strikes against ISIS rebels continued near Kobani Saturday, following a week of increased fighting. The military says it's receiving intelligence from Syrian Kurds on the ground in Kobani, enabling better precision from those carrying out the strikes. Between Friday and Saturday, the U.S. military carried out 15 total airstrikes in Syria. 2 of them hit ISIS positions near Kobani. Despite these advances, U.S. Central Command General Lloyd Austin warns that Kobani could still fall into ISIS hands. In Indonesia, Joko Widodo has been sworn in as the president. Jokowi, as he is known to the supporters, won the election in July, drawing on his appeal as man of the people. He is a self-made businessman who rose to the political fame as governor of the capital, Jakarta. In Sweden, the hunt for foreign underwater activity is heating up. The country beefed up its military presence Saturday near Stockholm and says there have been credible sightings of something in the Baltic Sea. The armed forces released a photograph that appears to show a partially submerged object in the water. This is a mobilization that hasn't been seen since the country was on guard against Soviet submarines during the Cold War. Sunday, Pope Francis formally closed the synod, the meeting of hundreds of Catholic bishops that took place over the past 2 weeks. One topic of discussion, the role gays and lesbians play in the Catholic Church. And according to Saturday's report from the meeting, the bishops couldn't come to a consensus. More than 400 hikers have been airlifted to safety from Nepal's Himalayas. A local trekking agency group says it is not aware of any more missing tourists, but some local guides are still unaccounted for. At least 40 bodies have been found since Tuesday when a snowstorm hit the mountains. That's all I have for you today in World News. Back to you guys.
After the break, we'll see how long this fall weather will last.
And another professional athlete gets arrested, and a look at the results from this week in sports. Blah.
It's what powers our journey to reach unimaginable heights. It fosters a sense of yearning to create, explore, and soar. It strengthens our will to climb to the top. It's the bedrock of our conviction that nothing's impossible. It transforms us and sets us free to thrive and build lives of purpose. Titan pride is at the heart of who we are.
Titan TV is a student-operated facility maintained by students.
It's on the Cal State Fullerton campus, and it's a great opportunity for Cal State Fullerton students to get hands-on experience directly in a studio environment.
We're
Working with Titan TV puts me in this professional environment. Everyone here is really fun to work with and everyone just gets along so well. I'm having a great time.
October is coming to an end and fall is here. Let's see what the weather has in store. Here's Tiffany Tejas with this week's forecast.
Thanks, Joseph. Now, even though it's been fall for about a month, we haven't started seeing signs of it until now. It seems like we're still holding on to some warmer temperatures during the day, but we're definitely starting to feel some cooler breezes and cooler fall nights. Let's take a look at your current temperature here in Fullerton. We're looking at a current temperature of 78 degrees with a low of 62 after the sun sets at 6:11 tonight. There's a light, cool breeze traveling at about 5 miles per hour with 52% humidity. Now let's take a look at your temperatures for the week. They're looking partly cloudy Tuesday through Friday. It's looking to warm up a little bit at the end of the week. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are at a high of 86. Notice the lows in the 60s. It's really starting to feel more like fall at night. This Thursday, the U.S. sky will be darkened with a unique partial solar eclipse. The sun's surface will be partially blocked by the moon, leaving it looking something like this. This sight can only be seen in North America, and it's set to take place at 5:51 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and reach its greatest eclipse by 6:08 p.m. Now let's take a look at some regional temperatures for the week. Temperatures in the Inland Empire are looking sunny and warm all week. Notice the average for the week is in the high 80s, with the warmest day on Thursday at 90 degrees. The lows are really starting to feel like fall in the high 50s and the low 60s. Let's see how the temperatures are looking on the coast. It's looking partially cloudy all week at the beach with temperatures in the high 70s. Still a beautiful day at the beach and a little bit cooler at night in the low 60s. Now let's take a quick look at tonight's national forecast. As you can see, temperatures here in Southern California are cooler tonight in the lower 60s. Notice in Las Vegas and Phoenix in the higher 60s. And if we take a look over here on the East Coast, they're still experiencing some stormy weather. Here it continues in Cincinnati, Detroit, and Buffalo. That's your weather forecast for today. Have a great night. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Tiffany. The sports world once again did not disappoint this weekend as USC displayed their muscles and Peyton Manning made history. Here's Kyle Stutzel with that and more in sports.
Hey, thanks, Will. Los Angeles Kings defenseman Slava Voinov was arrested Monday morning on domestic violence charges. The alleged victim was rushed to a hospital where cops were called and Voinov was taken into custody around 1 a.m. The collective bargaining agreement between the National Hockey League and its players say that during a criminal investigation, the league may suspend the player pending the league's formal review and disposition of the matter. Bail was set at $50,000, which he posted at 9 a.m. this morning. The Kings released a statement today saying these developments are of great concern to our organization. We support the NHL's decision to suspend Slava Voinov indefinitely during this process, and we will continue to take appropriate action as the legal proceedings and investigation by the NHL take their course. Voinov will continue to be paid during his suspension, and he will appear next in court on December 1st. Women's volleyball fought through a tough game this weekend. Christian Vigil has the lowdown on the Titans game.
On the final game of a 3-game homestand, the Titans look to end their 6-game losing streak as they host UC Davis.
No need for an introduction, as this game had plenty of highlights to show. Withers with a deflection, and the Aggies take the first set 25-20. Heading into the second set, the Titans will fight back with a great kill by Nikki Withers to give the set to Fullerton. At the third set, ball bounces off the hanging hoop under the ceiling and gives the Aggies a point. Titans looking a bit off as the serve does not fall and they give away the third set. However, Fullerton continues to show their determination as Crenshaw follows the soft tip, giving her team the point. Too strong of a hit by Samar, and we are off to the deciding 5th set of the game. Back and forth in this set. Crenshaw gets the much-needed kill to bring this even closer, but Wegner drops a dagger kill to help the Aggies squeeze this one out with a W. Fullerton did force the 5th set, but they lose this nail-biter 3-2.
Other team would score a point, our energy level kind of went down, and we were like, man, like we need to gather ourselves, and then next thing you know, if we scored, it would go back up.
We saw some positive things tonight, some things we've been waiting to see from our teammates, so it was good. I think it's like a good thing to carry from.
We're starting to get the hang of things, practicing a lot better. You know, it is about quality practice, and that's starting to happen, and I think they're starting to believe in themselves, so little by little.
It was tightly contested as the Titans forced that 5th set, but unfortunately they fall to 6-13 of the season and increased their losing streak to 7. They look to bounce back as they face UC Riverside and UC Irvine. From Titan Gym, Christian Vigil, Titan Sports Recap.
Doesn't get much better than that. Unfortunately, the women lost, but they played their hearts out. Their next game is against UC Irvine on the road. The team is currently 7-13 this season. Women's soccer finally ended their streak of ties at 3 with a win over Cal State Northridge. The lone goal came in the match in the 57th minute as Rebecca Wilson scored a penalty kick. The Titans snapped the Matadors' 4-game win streak and gave them their first conference loss of the season. Freshman Morgan Birch was the keeper for the match and made 5 saves for her first win and her first shutout in her college career. The Titans will take on UC Irvine on Thursday. The Anaheim Ducks won their 5th straight game of the season over the Blues. Frederick Anderson proved to be the difference in the game. Let's take a look. So we start off with the Ricard Raquel dump, but it bounces off the stanchion. Matt Pileski picks up, shoots, and scores first goal of the game. And so we resume again later in the first period. A nice pass by Jakob Silverberg, and Vatanen rips one on the power play. They go up 2-0 in this game. The Blues are trying to get on the scoreboard here. Alexander Steen gets it, but a nice save by Anderson keeps the Ducks well under at the lead. And Getzlaff on the power play again. Cross-ice pass, Sammy Vatanen gets his 2nd goal of the game. The Ducks ended up winning this one 3-0. Frederick Anderson improves his record to 25-5 in his first 30 NHL games, and he earns his first career shutout. The Ducks will face Buffalo on Wednesday. It was a wacky weekend for the NFL as the Rams fooled the Seahawks all game long. So, looks like a normal punt for the Seahawks, but keep an eye on the top part of your screen as that's actually where the ball's going to be going. Austin Davis fooled the Seahawks defense, and Stedman Bailey is going 90 yards to the house. Untouched, no chance. If you take another look at this one, about 8 Seahawks players were down at the bottom side of the screen, and Austin Davis was looking up for the ball, but it actually did not go to him. The Rams ended up winning this game 28-26 and upset the Seahawks. Big shocker this weekend. Peyton Manning broke the record for most career touchdown passes on Sunday night. Take a listen.
Spread them out. And Manning guns it, and it is the waiting touchdown. Demarius Thomas.
Shelf.
Trying to fool him into somebody's going to wind up with the ball, but you know where that ball's going to wind up. You'll be seeing it in Canton, Ohio.
No way.
Yep.
This building might fall down if they overruled that one.
His teammates had a little bit of fun with him at the end right there, and Manning will go down in history as one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. He hit the mark in his 246th career game. The Chargers followed up their comeback performance with a not-so-good game against the Chiefs. Phillip Rivers in an offset I formation here. Quick dump to a tight end, John Phillips, for a 1-yard pass. They go up 7-0 early in the game, but the Chiefs were right there with them. Handoff to Jamal Charles around to the side. Jukes, not 1, but 2, 3, 4 Chargers, goes all the way, gets hit in the end zone, but he still gets the score. They tie the game 7-7. So again, Phillip Rivers looking to get the lead here. Deep pass to who else? Antonio Gates. Yahtzee. Touchdown for the Chargers, 14-10. But hey, the Chiefs weren't done here yet. They're looking to score again, but Fullback Anthony Sherman gets it and pulls the Chargers defense into the end zone for the score. They go up and lead, but late in the game it's tied 20-20, and the rookie Cairo Santos, 48-yard field goal, gets it in the uprights, his longest of his career, and the rookie gets the job done against San Diego. Their 5-game winning streak has ended. USC throttled Colorado over the weekend as Cody Kessler had a field day. So we start here already, 21-0. Kessler to Bryce Dixon, strike for the touchdown. Not a chance. They go up in this game. And here's another big play. Cody Kessler goes deep to Nelson Aguilar for 75 yards, completely untouched. No defense around him, and it just keeps getting worse from here on out. Once again, Cody Kessler looking deep, has plenty of time in the backfield, almost no pressure, and throws a strike to Stephen Mitchell. 24-yard pass, great catch by Mitchell. USC won this one 56-28, and Cody Kessler threw 7 touchdowns in this game. Fantastic performance from the Trojans. Well, that's all I have from the sports world. Enjoy the MLB playoffs tomorrow night. Back to you guys.
With more in the sports world, Game 1 of the World Series kicks off Tuesday. The San Francisco Giants and Kansas City Royals go head-to-head for the championship in the best-of-7 series. One Missouri fan wants tickets so badly he's willing to part with his most prized possession. Here's Lexi Suter with the story.
There's a lot of things Jared Main loves about his 1965 Ford Mustang.
Driving it with the windows down, the roar of the engine, the American muscle.
But there's something else he loves more.
I would love to go to the World Series, love to see the Royals back in there after 29 years.
So he's put this classic on Craigslist.
$24,000 is what I'm asking.
That seems like a good deal.
It's a fair price.
To catch a game at the K this week, be prepared to spend at least $450. But spending even that will likely only get you a spot to stand. Maine says selling this car means he can take his family of 6 to a game at home and maybe even away.
Hopefully they sweep them, and I'd like to go to the 4th game in San Francisco.
He admits not everyone thinks giving this up is a good idea. Even some of the people interested in the car are asking.
Why are you doing this? Well, you don't want to sell that.
But for him, it's worth it.
I can buy another car on down the road, but seeing the Royals in the World Series is once every 30 years almost. So.
Reporting in Blue Springs, Lexi Suter, 41 Action News.
2, 1. What a story. Now, Joseph, would you do that? Would you sell something that prized for you?
For that expensive, I'd give up just about anything.
Yeah, I mean, 29 years Royals, I'd sell something too.
Yeah.
Well, coming up, the latest entertainment.
And we'll take a look at the newest fall fashion trends.
That was so good.
OC News starts right now.
With President Obama.
The men's rugby team hopes to make a statement.
This study abroad program includes a 4-day trip to Rome.
Welcome to Cal State Fullerton Report.
Here to tell us what happened this weekend in the world of entertainment is Montse Jimenez.
Thanks, guys. This weekend was jam-packed with entertainment news, everything from wedding news to baby news and everything in between. So let's get started. Over this past weekend, a couple major TV stars tied the knot. Glee star Matthew Morrison married his longtime girlfriend, Renee Puente, at a small and intimate ceremony that took place in Hawaii. The couple announced their engagement at the actor's good friend Elton John's white and tiara party in London in 2013. Another TV favorite that got hitched this weekend is the Vampire Diaries' very own Candice Accola. She and Joe King from the band The Fray exchanged vows in New Orleans. The wedding was a star-studded guest list, which included King's bandmates from The Fray, as well as many Vampire Diary co-stars, including Paul Wesley and Nina Dobrev. Jimmy Fallon is adding a new title to his already extensive list of accomplishments. People magazine announced that the comedian is going to be writing a children's book. The picture book will be called Your Baby's First Word Will Be Dada, and is described as a hilarious how-to for dads to make sure that they won't miss the milestone, as Jimmy Fallon did, being that his daughter's first word was mama. Amazon reports that the book will be debuted June 9th. Keeping up with baby news, Kate Middleton's due date was announced this morning through a palace statement. The Duchess of Cambridge is to deliver her second child in April of 2015. This second pregnancy has been seemingly difficult for the Duchess since she has been affected from more acute morning sickness for a couple months now. Prince William is surely excited to extend his family, as he states that both him and Kate are delighted for the second baby. In award show news, someone who is very much considered royalty in award show world announced that he will be taking on a large feat. Neil Patrick Harris will be hosting the 2015 Oscars. He made the announcement by making a video where he shows a very long bucket list and circles one box that reads, "Host the Oscars." The prestigious award show has a long list of comedians that have hosted, the most recent being last year, which was hosted by Ellen DeGeneres. It looks like singer Lorde won't be seeing a lot of radio play at San Francisco, at least not while the World Series is going on. 2 radio stations in San Francisco say that they're not going to play Lorde's hit song, Royals, until the World Series is over. This is because the San Francisco Giants are up against the Kansas City Royals in this year's World Series. Even though the song has nothing to do with baseball, San Francisco radio still wants nothing to do with it, at least for the time being. As a response to this dedicated ban, Kansas City radio stations have decided that they will be playing the track. In fact, they'll be playing it every hour on the hour until the World Series is over. Sounds to me like listeners of these radio stations are going to be seeing this as a royal pain. That'll be it for entertainment side of the world. Back to you guys.
Days are getting shorter and the nights a little cooler.
And we'll have a fashion show highlighting what's new in fall trends after the break.
You are watching Titan TV.
Titan Radio is Cal State Fullerton's own radio station located in the basement of Pollock Library. Students can stop by and pick up an application during operating hours. Anyone who has a computer and internet can listen to us www.titanradio.org. A lot of people who want to pursue TV and film usually start out in radio, so it's always a great opportunity.
It's one of the many ways to fight osteoarthritis pain. For more information on managing pain, go to fightarthritispain.org.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them. Beat them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad today.
Oh, those boys are much too much.
We are finally feeling the fall season. Here's Cynthia Lalaker with some fashion ideas.
Ladies, fall season is finally here and I have the perfect outfits to wear. Perfect outfits to wear. Don't worry, these looks are inexpensive and won't break the bank. Let's give a warm welcome to Courtney Hyland, who is the owner of a boutique here in La Habra. It's called Vintage Vogue. Welcome, Courtney.
Hi, nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Okay, so tell us a little bit about what Vintage Vogue is.
Vintage Vogue is definitely a personalized styled boutique. We definitely aim towards lower prices, fashionable, affordable looks. For everything in there is pretty much $25 or under, so you could definitely find some good things.
Okay, so what do you think will be like fashion forward this like fall season? What will be hot and like What
I
do you
definitely think you're going to see like oversized sweaters, flannels, accessorized with like floppy hats. Statement necklaces are always really big.
Oh, okay, and I've seen that a lot.
Yeah,
oh,
it's everywhere.
Okay, so you brought in some models, beginning with Carissa. Actually, what is she wearing?
Today she's wearing a knit oversized sweater paired with skinnies and combat boots. Floppy hats are really in right now, so she's wearing one of those with a statement necklace.
Okay, and if she wanted to wear this, is this more of like a night look, or you feel like a day?
It's definitely more a day casual look.
Okay, I love it. Thank you, Carissa. Okay, we also have our next model, who is Sylvia. And what is she wearing? I love her outfit.
She's definitely going for like a rocker chic look. The flannels are really in, so tied around her waist, paired with a graphic pink, and blinged it up a little bit with a statement necklace.
Yeah, I love that statement necklace, which is, you know, very hot for this fall. And I love the word "I love you." That's just so amazing. And I love the flannel, and I'm seeing that a lot.
Yeah, tied around her waist, it just gives a little more accessory, adds a little color to her outfit.
Okay, and then you also put it with colored stockings rather than the traditional, you know.
Yeah, it makes it stand out a little bit more, gives her a little more edge and style.
Yeah, I love this look. Thank you, Sylvia. Okay, our next model is actually Denise. And what is she wearing?
She's wearing a printed romper with an oversized simple cardigan, and we blinged up her outfit a little bit with a statement necklace.
So I can see that you mixed it with the colors. So is that color blocking?
Yeah, a little bit of color blocking adds a little bit more flair to her outfit.
And I love the fedora. I know that's really into like the hats.
All hats, felt hats, floppy hats, fedoras.
Okay, and you can also, if you wanted to, you could put this with stockings or boots.
Yeah, you could do stockings, boots. You can add flats if you want just for a daytime look.
Okay, I love it. Thank you, Denise. Okay, now for our night look. Ladies, yes, the evening look. Angie is actually wearing?
She's wearing a shimmer evening dress. It's great for the upcoming holidays. Thanksgiving and Christmas is definitely around the corner.
I love the statement piece that she has, the necklace. I love how she wore it with the midnight blue.
Yeah, it makes it stand out a little bit more.
So actually, what are you wearing? Thank you, Angie.
I'm wearing a simple navy romper, and I just paired it with a statement necklace with a little bit of fall colors.
Okay, I love that. I love it. Thank you so much to Courtney and all the models. Actually, is there any social media that we can find you at?
We're definitely on Instagram under Vintage Vogue, and we do have an online store, and it's vvboutique.com.
So people can actually order online too? Oh, okay, and then they can reach you there too if they have, okay. Thank you so much to Courtney and the models. And remember, fashion is about loving who you are and expressing in whatever you want to wear in your own style. Will, back to you.
Thanks, guys. So, to keep up the latest in local news, check out our social media outlets on Twitter and Instagram at OC News CSUF. And you can hashtag us there on OC News as well as hashtag CSUF. That's all we have for you tonight. You all have a great night. And look for us for OC News. I'm Willow Valley.
And I'm Joseph Anderson. See you next week.